Hey, yeah, it's Jenny. I want to talk about stepping out of our fear zones. Um, Last night was Halloween, and for the last 9 years or 8 years, I've been in a total anxiety fear zone. Halloween did not exist to me. My front door stayed closed, my lights stayed out. I did not answer the door. If someone knocked on my door, I was anxious, I was terrified. That was my fear. I did not want anybody coming to my door. I did not answer, and I didn't think about children and Halloween. To me, it was just a frightening thing. Anybody coming to my door. Last year, after I moved to this safe environment, I decided to step out of my comfort zone and just try, and see if I could handle Halloween and having strangers, because that's what terrifies me, is having strangers come near me it in my comfort zone, which is my safe zone home. So I sat outside and decided I would give it a try and see how I could do, because there's a 2 hour limit from 6 to 8 that they're allowed to come, and you had to turn your porch light on if you were going to be receiving anybody for Halloween. So I put on my robe and a coat, and I sat at the very back of my porch with my porch light on with a basket of candy. And I decorated the porch, and I put some candy out to let the kids find it if they wanted to, and I let them find it. I didn't have a whole lot of trick-or-treaters, which I was really grateful for, but I had maybe about 15 or 20 children with their parents. And I made them all tell me, "Who are you for Halloween?" And when they told me their actual names, I said, "You never tell a stranger your name. That's not safe." So I was actually teaching them, without even knowing it, how to be safe, that they're never to tell a stranger their name. So I actually was happy about that. And everybody was really nice, and people spent a little time talking to me. But I stayed sitting down the whole time and made them come to me. And, I just was like frozen in spot, and I just handed them a little candy, and that was it. Well, this year I stepped even further out of my comfort zone. I went to the very front of my porch, and I was like waving, going, "Open for business." And I had like 50 or 60 people come marching up, and I was there meeting them at the steps and welcoming them up and talking to them. And I even saw one of them in one of those black outfits head to toe, and I just absolutely was appalled. And I mentioned that I was a brain injury survivor, and their mom was right there. I said, "Please, whatever you do, do not step in the road, because you are actually me waiting to happen." And the mom told me about it, and said that they're going to be very, very safe. And I gave them a hug. I said, "I don't even know who you are behind that mask, but I love you, and you're special, and please, whatever you do, do not go in the road. Be very extra cautious." And he was so nice, and he hugged me right back. It was so sweet. And I saw little children giggling and laughing and loving my pumpkin, and it was so wonderful. And I told them, "Have a very safe and happy Halloween." And I had people that spoke Spanish, not English, and they said thank you in Spanish, and I said, "You're welcome" in Spanish, because I remembered how to say that. I don't know why, but I was like waving and going, "Open for business," and I had groups and groups, and I didn't have to get scared at all. And I actually did something I've never done before. I actually stood up entirely without sitting down. I stood up for an hour and a half nonstop, which was awesome. I've never done that. Standing up for an hour and a half without sitting down. So over time, and it's taken me 10 years to get here, but over time we slowly step out of our comfort zones if given time. A little at a time, we slowly inch our way out. Give us time. We don't rush. Don't ever try to rush, but you will get there eventually. It's taken me 10 years to get this far, so come on. Hey, it's okay to do it just a little bit at a time, one step at a time. It took me 10 years just to walk to the front of my porch and go, "Open for business." And I'm thinking to myself, open for business? I'm open for bankruptcy, but come on up and come grab my free candy. Later, Gators. I hope you had a wonderful Halloween, And if and just enjoy it however you're able to do it. That's the important thing, is do it the way you can. Next year is another year to try a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little inch at a time. Later, Gators.